One of the most destructive things in business is the idea or the desire to want to be liked. In this video, I just want to give you a few thinking points and my experience and the difference between being liked and being effective. I've been mentoring, so one of my managers who runs several of my businesses came up a few weeks ago with a problem that she was having, which is that she is younger than some of the people who work under her, and she was having trouble having authority over that person and making herself being heard. That person wasn't simply following the direction and the guidelines for that role. And so she asked me what to do. She's about 25 years old. She's very smart, even brilliant, but the problem is she was seeking validation. Instead of wanting to be liked by her teams, I gave her pretty much the same viewpoint that I was taught as a professional tennis player. So I grew up being trained by some of the best tennis coaches in the world. I was prepping and training to become a professional tennis player and have a tennis career. I got injured very early, so that was the end of that, and I pivoted very quickly into business. But one of the things I was taught very, very young, at a very young age, is the idea that when you win, very few people like you. And by definition, there's only one world number one, right? It's not a team sport. Tennis is a sport where it's you against someone else. And so one of the things that we were taught is to understand the concept of PvP, player versus player. If I'm stepping on the court against someone, it's me or him. I want to win, he wants to win. There's only one winner in tennis, there's no draw. And so understanding the idea that I don't need to be liked by people at the tennis club if I want to reach my goal. My goal was to win. That's the mindset I was given and the way I was trained as a young professional athlete. Coming back to my manager, I told her that story that most athletes really, the better they become, the less they are liked by their peers. And it's very important not to seek, not to want to be liked by people, especially people who might be much older than her. In this case, let's call it the issue she was having was with a male, a man who is over 50 years old, who's been with us for years too, but it's been an issue for her over the last few months. And so we try to find solutions. Sometimes we can't find solutions, and that's the end of that relationship. But for her, the issue was really understanding that being liked doesn't mean being effective. If she has a goal, if you have a goal, you will not be liked by everyone. Your employees might not like you. Your competitors might not like you. And the truth is, you're not there to be liked. So keep the liking aspect, keep the relationship, the likability factor for people that you love. Keep that for your family, your loved ones, right? When you're in business, when you work, you have to step in. It's like stepping on a tennis court. So for me, it's very easy doing business and playing PvP, player versus player in a market, any market we enter, because I'm not there to make friends. I really don't give a shit. I'm there to win. If I have a goal to win in a market, grow a business in a market, my goal is to win. I have no interest in being friends with the competition. Doesn't mean I want to be enemies, but they are competitors. I'm going there to win. And so that's the mindset I have. So it's very difficult to beat someone who has been trained as a professional athlete, because they understand if I'm stepping onto the ring, there's only one person that wins. And I will deploy my time, my money, my team's time, and all the capital we have to win. That's the message for this video. Don't look for validation in your business. If you're looking to be liked, if you want to be liked, at some point inevitably clash with results, because you will have to make very unpopular decisions. You will have to fire people. You will have to shelve projects. You will have to hire people who are more competent than the people you hired initially. You will have to shelve entire teams maybe. It's just part of the game. And so the question is, are you willing to do that to win? Because if you don't, the competition will. I've been very fortunate to play against some of the best players in the world that you've seen on TV. And even though we joked around and we're friendly at the clubhouse before the game, once we step on the court, it's every man for himself. I'm there to win, the opponent's there to win, let's see who's the best that day. And so that is the mindset in business. It's hard, business is not easy, it should not be easy, and you need to understand that the mindset it takes to win is very different than what you might have learned or read about the law of attraction and thinking in abundance and everything, which is true, but again, you have to keep in mind that business is PvP, player versus player. So work on that, work on your mindset, work on being relentless, work on strength, work on your character, and that's how you end up winning.